For watching. This is Farhan's Leverage Academy. All right, so today's video, I'm going to cover how a table has four legs, right? It keeps it sturdy and balanced. You see, we are no different. We also have four legs, and I'll explain, but first let me get into my CTAs. Check out Leverage Academy. That's my school community on the school app and the school website, and I am currently uploading all the course modules for my credit maxing course. Literally, I teach you everything I know about credit, building your credit, repairing credit, also how to basically make your own credit repair business, and so much more. Go check that out. It's pre-sale right now because I have not uploaded all the course modules yet. It's for $100. But once I do finish and I'm chipping away at it, I should be done very soon. The price will double to $200. So get in there now. And also, I want to shout out our sponsor, Credzly.com. Credzly is a fintech software as a service company, and they offer credit monitoring, credit building, and so much more. So go check them out. And yeah, so let me get straight into it. Literally, one of my favorite work tasks, let me tell you, is shooting these videos for you guys. And I'm so grateful. Let me tell you, it hasn't even been a full month yet since I started doing YouTube on a brand new YouTube channel. I've already got 45 subscribers and over almost 21,000 views. So, man, I'm blessed. Thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful. You know, I'm going to keep on getting better at this, and I'm going to keep making better content and try my best to help you guys out. Remember, the reason that I started making these videos is to basically give the younger me advice, essentially, you know. So, but also the niche would be financial self-improvement. So I'm literally just making videos on all the stuff that I know, all the tips and tricks and advice and help that I could possibly give to the younger me, right? So a lot of you guys would benefit because in reality, not we like to think that we're so different and so unique from everybody, but truth be told, there's a bunch of guys out there. A lot of literally most of my viewers are males, which I'm not gonna lie, these videos are for mostly for men, but I'm a man. I'm trying to advise a younger man, aka younger me, right? So that being said, most guys do want to make more money. Most guys do want to self-improve. Most guys do, want to maybe fix their credit, get into real estate, this and that, right? So build a business and whatnot. So yeah, we're really not that different. So I mean, I guess the niche really is me, but financial self-improvement. So many guys want to watch this type of content. I'm here to give it to you. I'm pretty well accomplished, and I'm literally still on my journey as well, and I'm continuously going. So I want to make these videos, and I was actually just talking to my wife. That's funny that it's so awesome that I'm making these videos while I'm still working towards my goals, because it's going to be so awesome to see a year from now and look back at these videos and be like, oh man, do you remember that? Like, look, life has completely changed. Everything has changed. Look at where we came from. Look at all the progress we made and everything like that. So it's awesome. All right, so the four legs, let me explain. And okay, a table, right, has four legs, and that keeps it sturdy and balanced. All right, we're no different. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Our four legs. So the four legs would be family, finances, mental health, and physical health. You see? Now, if your life feels shaky, it's most likely that one of your legs needs to be audited, needs to be optimized. Okay, you're lacking. That's where you lose your balance. All right. So, your family, that was one of the legs. And really, your family is one of the most important things. Like, you didn't get to choose them, right? You were born with these people. And personally, I take a lot of pride in helping my family. I have amazing parents. I'm extremely grateful for them. And till this day, I take care of them, and I retired them. That was one of my big goals. And to be honest with you, I feel like that I had that intent. That's one of the things that really made me like successful, and it's also kept me on track, and it's a pretty wholesome goal. But not only that, but I'm married now and I have a child, so there literally my main focus, and I take care of them as well. And I'm, over here building myself, my brand, my business, everything like that, and the what keeps driving me, what's my drive here, is my family. And I think everyone, you guys most likely have some family. So, and if you don't, I'm so sorry. But maybe you're not spending as much time with your family as you would like. Maybe that's one of the things. Maybe that's one of the legs. Or maybe you don't have a family. Well, guess what? If you don't have a family, you could build one too, by the way, right? So, maybe you're lacking. Maybe that part of your life is empty and whatnot. Maybe you're not talking to your family members and stuff like that. Maybe you want to go reconcile that. But definitely one of the legs I would say for sure is your family. Listen, whether you like it or not, it's important. And obviously, guys, I have family members that I am not the biggest fan of myself, right? Those aren't really the ones that if it's too much drama or whatever, if they disturb my peace, then for sure I'm not gonna go out of my way to see them. But for sure, my wife, my son, my parents, they matter so much to me. They are literally my drive. I'm getting up I'm not gonna lie to you, it's so weird. There were some sacrifices that I know I needed to make, right? But I wouldn't do it just for myself. But then when I started focusing, I'm not gonna lie, like for me, it was before I got married. One day I was like, you know what, I really need to retire my parents. My parents were getting older, right? So I was like, man, they don't have a 401k. They're immigrants and stuff, and I gotta take care of them, man. And that actually like it made me become more serious at a young age and thrive, honestly. And then I was able to take on responsibility, even more responsibility, and get married and take care of a woman and a child on top of that. So yeah, it really made me grow substantially. So now, the next thing I want to talk about is finances. Obviously, finances is extremely important, really. They say money doesn't matter. Yeah, it does, to be honest with you. And they say money, money does solve problems, okay? And it's a tool, right? Without it, you're lacking a big resource, right? So if your money is short, then you're not going to be able to really live the way you want, okay? So look, at the end of the day, money is one of the biggest resources, and it honestly will get you power, it will get you safety, it will get you so many things. And yeah, without it, you're going to struggle and you're going to wish that you had some. So definitely I would say finances are one of the legs on the table. So you really want to make sure that you have a source of income or multiple sources of income, whether that's a job, whether that's business, but you need to seriously figure that part out. Maybe you're not making enough money if you already are making some money, but yeah, definitely one of the legs on that table is going to be your finances. And look, quick CTA again, but one of the things you could easily do is fix your credit, right? Go watch my other videos. I have a ton of videos now. I'm really, I've been very consistent, but go watch some of my other videos where I talk about credit repair, where I talk about real estate and whatnot, what type of business you should open. And like I said, Leverage Academy, right? You could literally learn how to repair your credit. That's something in your control. You can repair your credit, get good credit. You could also learn the credit game and how to literally build your own credit repair business. Go check out Leverage Academy and you can learn that and you can start making some more money, right? So, next, physical health. This one is even more important than finances for sure. And I'll tell you why. All right. Anytime someone wealthy is very, very sick and they're in the hospital and the doctor's telling them, listen, you don't have much time. You're going to die. They're all doing the same thing, man. They're like, listen, I'll give you everything I got so you can make me healthy and walk out of here and not tell me I'm about to die. Okay. So yeah, your physical health matters so much, or your fitness, right? So that being said, you should be going to the gym, being active, walking, maybe pick up a sport, something like that. And also cut the bad habits. Don't do drugs, don't drink, don't eat really bad foods, don't smoke cigarettes, don't stop doing that stuff, man. Like you know what health is. I don't have to sit here and explain to you how to become healthier. You knew better, but you didn't do better, right? And that's one of the big things. If you don't have good health, your life is going to feel shaky, even if you have money, even if you have family, even if you have the next part that I'm going to get into, which is mental health. This is actually one of the most important parts too. And guys, by the way, the reason that I'm even making this video is because you need to basically set some goalposts, right? And you need to know, because I feel like a lot of people just kind of sleepwalk through life, and I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to break your belief system so you know, like, oh, okay, you need to make sense of all this knowledge, all right? You need to actually, this is all practical advice. So the thing I'm going to tell you is realize that these are the four legs, okay? And make goals around each of these legs on how you can improve your life, okay? And then actually implement systems such as, one-time tasks and routines, stuff that you're going to do daily, and then get to it. But the next leg, the last leg, I didn't, by the way, guys, this isn't like chronological order or anything like that. Or most important to least important. I'm just telling you what it is. I would say they're all important because, like I keep saying, four legs, you need them all to be balanced and sturdy. If you don't have one, it's a shaky table. No one wants to sit at that table. So the last one I was going to cover is mental health. All right. Mental health is huge. And I would even put spirituality and faith in this part too. Okay. Without it, you will be lacking. You could have all the money in the world. You could have good fitness, health, whatever, and you could also have family. All right. And you know what? But without the mental health and without the spirituality and the faith, good luck. I don't know, man. Your life is going to feel pretty empty, and you're probably going to end up chasing empty black holes, I should say, like maybe instant gratification type of stuff. But yeah, one thing that's completed me so much is, and you know what? I've changed a lot, over the last couple of years. And when I was younger, to be honest, I didn't care about mental health. I didn't care about religion. I didn't care about faith. I didn't care about any of that stuff, which is crazy because I'm Pakistani and I'm Pakistani American. And I definitely, I'm very Americanized. Some would say whitewashed maybe because I grew up in America. I was born here. I was born and raised in Chicago. And I didn't really care too much about religion. My parents tried to teach me and stuff, but I didn't really care when I was younger, just truth be told. And it was later on in life, I had already started making money. I had everything I could have asked for. All my goals were, ticked off, but I still felt empty. And I was honestly just kind of going after my vices and stuff and trying to have fun and stuff. And you know what? It would be like a high, like, for example, when you drink alcohol, you get drunk and it wears off, right? It would always wear off. So it's like an empty feeling, and like you need to keep doing this sort of thing, these vices or whatever, to kind of fill this empty void. And I just hated it, man. Like, and that for sure, I can tell you what I started doing now is I focus on my mental health. I'll always practice gratitude. I pray. I go to my mosque every Friday, once a week. And let's see what else. I don't know if you guys are familiar with law of attraction, but I'll definitely get into that. I have like affirmations that I do, all types of stuff, man. But if you don't have that in your daily routine, mind you, all of these legs that I covered today, again, I'm going to name them. It was family, finances, mental health, and physical health. I have literally stuff that I do every single day that pertains to each of these legs to keep me improving each of the legs and making my life sturdier and more balanced. Do you understand? So, yeah, I may or may not do some more videos about this. Probably if I do, I will have to sit down and really break it down even further and kind of show you guys how I implement it. But remember, a table has four legs, okay? And that's what it needs to be sturdy and balanced. You are no different. You also need these four legs to be sturdy and balanced, okay? And those four legs was family, finances, mental health, and physical health, all right? So I hope you guys appreciated that one. You guys enjoyed it. And check out, again, I will shout out my school community, Leverage Academy. Go learn about credit. All right. That's in your control. There's no excuse to have shitty credit and watch my videos. No. Go repair your credit, learn about credit, repair your family members' credits, and start a credit repair business. Go check it out. I teach you how to do all of that. Okay. I also have one-on-one coaching in there that you could purchase. It does cost more, but like I said, right now the actual DIY video course is pre-sale for $100. Once I actually upload all the course modules and I complete that, it will be $200. And then check out our sponsor, Credzly.com. Credzly.com offers services such as credit monitoring, credit building, and a lot more. So go check them out, guys. Thank you so much for watching.